that all thing today we will going to see, and very happy to share with knowledge with all of you. So today first I am sharing my PPT, and that first slide we first do the prayer of a Lord Dhanvantari. So I give you a little bit brief about the Lord Dhanvantari. Lord Dhanvantari is a Ayurveda, you can say the god of health, or Lord Dhanvantari. With the Lord Dhanvantari, Ayurveda comes on the earth, and today is the birthday of a Lord Dhanvantari. So in India now, our new year coming within 2 days. Even maybe you guys hear some firecrackers sound also. So because why the outside celebration is going on for the welcoming the new year. After 3 days, our new year will start. So today we are celebrated that day as a Dhanteras. Dhanteras means today we are celebrating the birthday of a Lord Dhanvantari, because without our health, we can't go into the new year. Without our health, we can't enjoy our upcoming time. So that's why we very know how the importance of our health. So we are celebrating before New Year our health day. So let's pray for the Lord Dhanvantari. After first slide, I will show you the little bit about the WHO president. Today tell something about the Lord Dhanvantari and the Ayurveda day.
In Sanskrit, this is a very long word. This is one word, or is
Yes.
different? Or it's only one?
No, it's like not a one word, but it's a like combinations. It's like a joints word. In Sanskrit we call it a sandhi.
Bueno, nos la ha presentado. Es la doctora Dara Barai y ella es doctora en medicina ayurvédica y ella trabaja en su hospital que lo lleva con su marido en Gujarat, la región de Gujarat. Entonces ella en ese hospital tiene cursos, tiene también, sobre todo es un hospital ayurvédico, entonces tienen ahí varias salas, varias habitaciones, y ahí hacen todas las consultas y luego hacen los retiros y los panchakarmas en su hospital. Entonces desde hace un mes estamos con ella, estamos haciendo este curso de 1 año a distancia con ella. Entonces cada semana tenemos dos clases por las mañanas, y ahora hoy, como era el Día Internacional de la Ayurveda, pues nos va a dar creo que nos va a hablar de dinacharya, que dinacharya son las rutinas diarias que se toman. Esa es la base práctica de una salud en Ayurveda, ¿no? O sea, sabéis que dentro de la Ayurveda cada persona tiene un biotipo, ¿no? Vata, Pitta, Kapha, cada persona es diferente, entonces cada alimento, el clima, lo que hable, lo que vea, lo que sienta, todo va a ser de una manera particular para el mismo, ¿no? Entonces hay diferentes rutinas, nos va a dar las rutinas generales, que son las que para todo el mundo funcionan, y luego en particular pues nos lo dirá, o si no le podemos preguntar un poquitín para cada persona, ¿no? Yo, por ejemplo, que soy Vata, más de espacio y aire, más delgado, más nervioso y tal, pues habría unas rutinas que son más o menos las mismas, pero difieren unos horarios, un tipo de alimentación, un tipo de dieta, pero luego las rutinas que nos va a ir diciendo, en general esas servirían para todos, ¿vale? O sea, que las que nos va a decir hoy, que se llama dinacharya. Dinacharya significa rutinas diarias que se dan en la Ayurveda. Entonces esta es la base práctica para tener una salud. Digamos, esto es antes de enfermar o antes de empezar a estar mal, ¿no? Entonces, si se siguen todas estas conductas, pues se llegaría a una vida de salud.
We should start the prayer. This is a photo of in my clinic of our Lord Dhanvantari. Everyone please close your eyes. So it is a Lord Dhanvantari. Which photo you are seeing? It is a photo of my hospitals. Now we go on the next slide, and today first I give you little bit clip about the WHO. This is a today's WHO President speech. Our Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
Your Excellency Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Excellencies, dear colleagues and friends, Namaste. Traditional systems of medicine such as Ayurveda can play an important role in integrated, people-centered health services and self-care, but they have not received enough attention. In a WHO report last year, 170 countries reported the use of traditional and complementary medicine, including Ayurveda. Earlier this week, I had the great honor of speaking with His Excellency Prime Minister Modi. I welcome the Prime Minister's strong commitment to universal health coverage through the Ayushman Bharat initiative and the use of evidence-based traditional and complementary medicine supported by the Ministry of Ayush. I'm pleased to announce that we have agreed to open a WHO Global Center on Traditional Medicine in India to strengthen the evidence, research, training, and awareness of traditional and complementary medicine. This new center will support WHO's effort to implement the WHO Traditional Medicine Strategy 2014 to 2023. Which aims to support countries in developing policies and action plans to strengthen the role of traditional medicine as part of their journey to universal health coverage and a healthier, safer, fairer world. Finally, I wish you a very happy Diwali. I thank you.
Okay, I will share this slide in the group. We move on the slide. Okay. So this is what I want to show you. It is a WHO president speech about the Ayurveda Day celebration. Today he also participated and he committed us to open a Ayurveda center by WHO and globally. So slowly our Prime Minister tried to accept the Ayurveda global level. So today what I want to guys talk about you, it's Ayurveda Day, okay, but how actually Ayurveda Day celebration we should do, how in according whatever which method of a celebrations of Ayurveda Day, it's a true when it's a true when we follow the Ayurveda principle, not to make any huge event, to make a very large posters and banner and to do a very big gathering and worship Lord Dhanvantari, like them offered some things, them fruits and some flowers, and it's not actually true celebration. But when we follow the rule of Ayurveda in our own life, that is the actually true worship of a Lord Dhanvantari. Lord Dhanvantari want that each and every person follow the Ayurveda. And today we will see why we should follow. Why I need to follow the Ayurveda routine. What is the benefit to follow the Ayurveda routine? And why I should invest my time, also some money in Ayurveda. So today, let first we see about why we some introduction, why we need the Ayurveda. So according to Ayurveda, the changes of a season and effects the human psychophysiology just as a stimulates changes in the life of a tree. We all see many times now that tree, they have so many phases in their life. First, the tree grow in greenery. In some season all the leaves fall down. In some season the tree with lots of flower. So the tree has a so much phase of in their life. Why? Because at that time we all said like that, look, the it is the autumn season, that's why the all leaves fall down from the tree. What we want to say here, that autumn season effect comes on the tree. So likewise, that all environment changes effect come on us, our body also. It's not only seasonal effect, but like day and night, evening and night, that all changes. They come from the noon, everything change effect on us from the environment. So solar and lunar cycles also subtle and influence human life as they do the lives of owls and bears, like in another animals we can see around us. So I give you the example of animals and trees. So now what we can do if that our environment is affecting on us, then what we can do? So you anyone observe the animals, how they live their life? So while the rest of the animal kingdom actually live harmony with these forces of, like animal can make their life harmony with the environment, with the sunrise, with the sunset, with the moonrise. Animal knows when to wake up, when to sleep, when to eat, what to eat also know, and what to take in medicines. That is also animal knows. You know that many animals can do treat itself. Means for example, in Ayurveda, we have some Panchkarma treatment for body cleansing, like vomiting, means Vamana, and Virechana, means purgation therapy. So some animals, they can do by their self Vamana. For example, whenever the hippopotamus get ill, they know how to bloodletting. Bloodletting means it's a one part of a procedure in Ayurveda called Rakta Mokshan. They know how to let out the blood from their own body, that they know. And whenever they ill or whenever they have a fever, that hippopotamus, what they do, they went out with place where some throne is there. They make a throne on her body, on his body, and allow to blood letting out. So animals knows nature very well. So what we are doing, our society, which is traditional societies or previous societies, whichever their rules, they are for our health rules. For example, in our Hinduism, we all have to, some rituals to wake up early in the morning with sunrise and do some puja of a sun. That is the rituals. But nowadays, young generation not following. But that all are because we can make a harmony with the environment. But what we are doing now, we are in now technological society, we are in now scientific society, so we generally not follow that rule. So that's why the problem slowly occurs. Why? Because we break a harmony with the nature. Huh? So now we go on the next slide. Now what we are doing in our modern life? We are doing in modern life, what we are doing, we dedicated to our clock. Everyone now, we have a clock in mobile. Now we have a clock in our wrist. Already we have a clock in our wall, and we make so many alarms, but that we are doing with a clock time. And we are what now, because of the thanks to so much scientific innovation, we have a very good electricity, we have a very good like weather changing some instrument like AC and heater, and so we can find very easily fight against the environmental hazards. So we can, with the lights, for example, with the electricity and light, we can do work very, very late. We can enjoy our life very late, because you can enjoy your day as night. Is it possible? So because of that, we can lose our harmony with the environment. So if we lose this harmony, then what happen? Then slowly, our doshas imbalance coming. What is the doshas? Who are by Ayurveda student, they all know what is the dosha. Vat, Pitta and Kapha. There are three doshas, three elements. If these your three elements in balance form, your body is very, very healthy. If these your three elements in imbalance form, your body become ill, or you get any disease or any unhealthy conditions. So Ayurveda daily routine resynchronize our activities with energy patterns throughout the nature. Energy pattern means, which I told you, na, Vat, Pitta and Kapha. They are the three energy of our body. And in 24 hours, so many times, one of that energy level peak come, one of energy level goes down, another energy level go up. So how we have to live now? If you make your three energy in balance form, we have to manage our life, or we have to synchronize our life according that energy peaks. So just as the dosha govern a different life process of the body, they govern the times of the day also, and year also. So for example, the early morning time, it is a high kapha time. Mid noon time, it is a high pitta time. And very late daytime, morning time, it is a time for the vata. Same thing happen at night, like early night for kapha, then pitta, and then vata. Same cycles again going on the repeat. So even this kapha, pitta and vata even affect our age also. Means in the childhood kapha is a high, in the young age pitta is a high, and in the older age vata is a high. It is a rule, it is a law of a nature. So now what we can't change the law of a nature. Our duty to obey the law. If you obey the law, you get reward, you get a prize, you get a gift. If you not follow the law, you get a punishment, you get a dosha imbalance, you get a unhealth, or you get some diseases in your body. So these rules for each and everyone fixed, for me, for Kike, for Feni, or any of who participate now, or even some Africans, for even some Japanese, even some Americans. For all that, universal law is a fix. Universe never do any partiality in their law, and even universe never wait to give their result. It's a quick. If you not wake up early in the morning, definitely your kapha imbalance going on. If you sleep in the daytime, your kapha will increase. It at that moment will increase. It will not wait. Okay, that will happen that you don't feel it. Now my kapha imbalance is going on. When you know, when you get some major disease, suddenly then you feel, I don't know what happened, since last 15 days only I am feeling that. Before that I was okay, but not, you are not okay. Since so many years, since so many times, you are not following your exact routine. So that is the thing. So now how the our daily cycles, why we need to learn Ayurveda routine? Because look, even nowadays we are facing a pandemic, na, corona pandemic. Everyone suffered. Maybe some of your family member get infected, or maybe your friends some get infected, because we are seeing now huge cases. And now what is the demand? Demand is for immunity, not a vaccine, huh? Just hear that heard, keep this my word in your mind. nowadays demand of a immunity. How is your inner body power? How is your inner aura power? How you able to fight against the virus? Your own body. Even if vaccines come, then also what happen? You know, whose immunity power very very low or whose aura is not good, they get a side effect of a vaccine. They get some hazard effects of a vaccine, which may be very very less, but it will definitely happen. So what we have now to do, we have to increase our immunity power. And do you think or do you believe that you can increase your immunity power with one pill? Do you think, do you believe that you can increase immunity power within 10 days with some immunity booster pack? Anyone believe that? No, it's not a one day work. It's depend on your lifestyle, how you are spending your years, how you are spending your thoughts process, that all thing develop your immunity. And if you take the vaccines, okay, then what happened? Till now we have so many virus vaccines, still we are in the same fear. Now we need one more extra for coronavirus. After corona pass on, okay, vaccine will come, everyone take the vaccine, okay, then what happened? After 3-4 years, new virus will come. So at that time, if your inner energy, your inner power, your inner aura, immunity is good, then you can fight against with any of this type of a virus. We no need to depend on a vaccines. This is about pandemic thing, infectious disease. But if you still see more nowadays, which disease is more? Lifestyle disorder. Everyone gets lifestyle disorders. Even WHO also now focusing on lifestyle disorders. That's why we all celebrating nowadays yoga day and marathon run, and we are focusing in more on sports. It is why, because our lifestyle is not good. Not good means not good means not like you have a money or you have a big house, you have a car and you are financially very very good. Good life means not that. Good and best life means you are making harmony with the nature. You are living the flow with the nature, which nature already give you. If you anyone observe the infant or newborn child, na, they all tend to wake up early in the morning. Anyone observe that? Anyone feel that thing? Like my daughter, when 1 month old, she always wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't need to watch the clock because they knows, like animal, they knows the nature routine, nature call. Huh? So Ayurveda say that please you fix your life with the nature. So how can we fix? Joe, look, if you see here in my slide, sunrise is our mark point. Sunrise is our beginning point, and it's maybe for everyone different sunrise time. Even each and every season also different sunrise time. So we have to start our day with the sunrise. Huh? So in this day, when early morning time 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. it is a high kapha. Same thing evening time with the high kapha, mid noon pitta, and mid time is a vata. So this I wrote here 6 a.m. It is a I am taking sunrise time at 6 a.m. But maybe in your country sunrise will be at 8 a.m. So you should count like that. Huh? Clear everyone? In short, the morning first part, early morning first part after sunrise, it is a high kapha, around 3 to 4 hours or 6 hours. After that, mid noon time is for pitta, and the late morning or late noon time it's for vata time. That we have to keep in mind. Which time here I give you is only for a example, is according to my place, not on your place. Look here what happened when the high kapha is there, when the high pitta is there or when the high vata is there, what will happen? You can see here, when sunrise is in the, you guys can able to see the left side, we start with the sunrise. Sunrise, at that time high kapha. So what should at that time we feel? Very very sleepy, very very sluggish, you know, we don't want to wake up from the bed. And if you not wake up exact time after sunrise, high kapha time started, so it will definitely happen to with you. And if you are kapha people, then it's more difficult. So nowadays what going on tradition, very very heavy breakfast like a king. It's a not true, huh? Because it is a high kapha time, so you should follow the light breakfast. Because if you feel hungry in the early morning, then you can take your breakfast, no problem. But not hungry, then don't take. After 10 a.m., what happened? Pitta time, highest pitta. Pitta is a responsible for your metabolism. So at that time, your digestive power is highest level, your metabolic power is highest level. So our lunch time should be in between 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's according to sunrise we have to set. So mid noon time, it is for our lunch time. Here you can take a highest meal, biggest meal, heaviest meal. Even some patients come to with me who want to lose the weight. If they have a sweet, you know, that sweet items carving, so I told them eat here into the noon time. So that is like that cycle. And according why I want to give you a slight more and more attention, because you all are known Ayurveda, or maybe some of Ayurveda student, they know about Vata, Pitta and Kapha. So when I go on, switch on to the schedule, how we follow, first we do that, first we do that, then we do that. That is all because we need to your balance dosha. In the high kapha time, early morning time, we should follow the routine which reduce the kapha. In noon time, high pitta time, we should follow the routine which reduce the pitta. So likewise, you can balance your doshas. So that's why the daily routine, Ayurveda daily routine is according to nature. And that's why it's very, very, impact role on your health. Because Ayurveda first aim is that if you are healthy, then how we can maintain your health. Ayurveda will maintain your health. It is our first aim. Then if you become ill, then we are here to treat you with Ayurveda. But our first aim is that if you are healthy, then how can we keep your health maintained? So that is the aim. That's why we should follow that. Look, here the same thing in this slide, what I want to show you. High during the kapha periods, which is why we tend to feel lethargy when we sleep into the very late morning hours. Look, if you all try to wake up with the sunrise, at that time, if you all wake up, then no problem. But still you sleepy, then it's too much difficult to wake up. Up to when pitta time come. Everyone facing, when I look in my country, sunrise is in my place, sunrise is 6 o'clock now. So if I wake up at 5:30 or 5:45, then it's very easy for me to wake up because it's a vata time. After sunrise, the kapha time started, heaviness started, laziness started. So what happened? If I sleep still, then up to 10, up to mid noon, my energy not come, or I will start, very difficult to wake up. So we should always wake up around the sunrise time or before the sunrise time. High noon is a high energy time thanks to pitta, because at that time pitta is a very very high, and at that time our digestion also very very high. After that vata time started. Vata governs our nervous system. So at that time, mid time, more alert, we are more alert, we are more talkative. That's why, tea time, coffee time, they are very famous for the meeting time. Even some marketing people can do their best work here. because they can talk very fluently because it's Vata time. Vata is responsible for all the movement and talk and all the activity. Huh? And so in general, the best time go to sleep is before 10 p.m. because kapha is settled now and energies we have a still. So if you stay up a very late, then what happen? Pitta peak time will come. If you remember that cycle or chart, huh? At 6 to 10 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. is a kapha time. So kapha is helpful to sleep. Kapha is give you a sleep, kapha dosha. So if you sleep by that time, you get very good sleep. But if you very late night sleep, then pitta time come. Then again, it's difficult to sleep. And at that time, we need sleep because it is the pitta time that energy goes to work digesting our supper and rejuvenating our body tissue. So that's why we needed that we should wake up on time and we should sleep on time. Now to balance this dosha, each and every second, each and every moment, this dosha is going in environment, high and low, high and low, high and low. So how can we balance it? So for that, first thing we should wake up early. Get up at Brahm Muhurat means in the sunrise time. Then we should attend our calls for the stool and routine and all the our natural thing. The plant and animal kingdom, if you observe any birds or any animals, they all wake up with the sunrise. They all starting their singing. If you observe that call, then it is very easier for you. Anyone see that wild animals need some hospital? Wild animals or birds or any kind, they need some assistance. I am not talking about pet animals. I am talking about the street animals or wild animals. They need anything for the delivery helping. They need any maternity hospital? Never. Why? Because they all knows this natural harmony. So now the atmosphere of the mid cycle of the early morning is Vata period that we already talked about that. And if you don't want to attend my lecture, okay, stop it. But just keep in your mind that you should follow the routine like your bird, like animals. Then also, if you don't know anything, no Ayurveda, no healthy lifestyle, nothing, you will be healthy. If you follow how your animal around the animals or bird is living. When they wake up, you wake up. When they sleep, you sleep. When they eat, you eat. When they take a rest, you take a rest. When they nap, you take a nap. You will be a very healthy. After wake up time, what we should follow? Even if any question in between, they can ask. Otherwise, I go on the sequence and in the last we do discussion. Oral hygiene, that we all know. Nah? Maybe you feel like that we sit here to, like a nursery children, brush your teeth to listen. No. But I keep this topic here because usually we all, whichever brush we are doing now, it is we all are doing with the toothpaste, with the chemicals one. They are with the loads of hazard chemicals. You are starting your day with chemicals. So instead of that, Ayurveda suggests that you can use some bark trees, which is some is in bitter taste or some astringent taste or some spicy taste. Why? Because it is a high kapha time. You all are already, you are doing a cleaning. So sweet taste, it's not advisable. Then after that, we should do gargling, and then gargling with a sesame oil. Many times in the net or in the internet, it is a very, high viral thing, like with oil pulling. It is a must necessity. We never do it. We are doing gargling with warm water. or maybe some decoction, or maybe some herbs. That's all. But we should do the gargling with oil. Keep oil in your mouth and we should do it. What is the benefits of oil gargling? You can see here. The strength of the jaw, your voice will be a good, and you have a very mostly never gets the dryness of your throats, and mostly never toothache or tooth sensitivity come. In short, related to tooth disease, any disease will not come. Even with this oil gargling, your mouth cancer also get reduced, or even you can prevent also. If you have a history in your family like cancer disease, then it is very, very good thing. So that is the benefit of a oil pulling. After oil pulling, what we should do? After brush, normally what we all are doing, just take a bath, na? No, here we are missing 2-3 steps. After that, we should apply some Anjana. Anjana means you can say is like eyeliner, but not chemical eyeliner. It is a natural kajal. We are preparing here like this in the jar, and what we are doing every time every morning we just put it, we take it in our finger and we apply like this in our eyelid. It is a give you a very, very good strength to your eyes. If you see that Ayurveda lifestyle, how they observe, and how minutely they observe. And then the turn for the nasya, nasal drops. In this era, to fight against this pandemic, if you don't want the coronavirus enter from your nostril or your mouth or your eyes, then this 3 of action you have to do every day. Which one? Oil pulling. Second one, Anjana in your eyes. Third one is that to do that nasya. Like this. We have to go two drops in our nostril every day. And what is the benefits? Now you can see here the benefits. It's lots of benefits. Believe me, when you do this action only for 1 month or 2 months regularly, you tell me the one more benefit which not listed here. Afterwards, it will stop your aging. It will not give you a wrinkle. It will give you natural Botox treatment. But when you do it every day, and how much time it will take? Maybe in my lecture to make you understanding, first you wake up in that time, then you do brush, then you do oil pulling, then you do Anjana, then you do nasya. It's maybe you think it's too much time. I have no time. I'm very, very in rush, but it's take only 30 seconds or 1 minute. Maybe oil pulling take 2-3 minutes. Otherwise, this nasya take only 1 minute. Anjana, we can finish within half minutes. But benefits lots of. At the age of your 80, at the age of your 90, you are enjoying your life without any single intervention of a medication. So I think it's a good business. We should invest our every 5 minutes of a life. Now, then the most part come, most important things. We all have to do the Abhyanga. Abhyanga means the oil massage every day. If you don't want your heart will be blocked, if you don't want your blood pressure goes up, if you don't want you get any age related disorder, like female don't want menopause time, then they should do every day Abhyanga oil massage. Then no need, if you are doing every day, then no need we should do 1 hour. No, only just application, 5-7 minutes application, it's enough. So if you have no time, at least apply oil on your head, ears and feet. That is the must thing. And why we should do? Look, here I put the verses, shloka of our book. Why we should do that every day? Because who practice oil massage regularly, the body, even if subjected to injuries or work, it's not much injured. Even if you get accident, if you fall from the third floor or fourth floor, that much effect will not come to you. Even his physics will be a very, very smooth, flabby, strong and charming. Means your personality is too much good. Your beauty will be wonderful. You can, if you just try 15 days massage every day with any of the oil, whichever you like, whichever smell you like, just do it and reply me at the 15th day. You will feel amazing. By applying the oil massage regularly, the onslaught of aging means here in the Sanskrit word, it is like that. Alpa jaram evamacha means we can avoid our aging process. We can rejuvenate our cells. We can, at the age of 80, we can work like as a 50 or 40. But when will this all benefits come? When we do spend 5 minutes or 7 minutes of every day into the our day in our routine. Then vyayama. Then first we have to do that thing, the oil massage and everything. Then exercise time come. It is the most important. That means not exercise, you have to go for the gym and you have to go that much, 1.5 hour or 2 hour exercise. No, everyone has their own capacity. Ayurveda give you one rule. How we can perform our exercise? Up to when our breath is faster, when our sweat start come out, stop. It is your own energy level. Maybe someone with the 10-kilometer round not get these symptoms. Some person with the 1 round get this all the features. So everyone should perform exercise on their own capacity. And that we all know what is the benefit of a exercise. Look here, so much benefits. In our each and every system, the benefits. And mainly, Ayurveda focus on your metabolic power, on your Agni. Means how much calorie food you are consuming, it's not important. But that food or that calorie, you are able to digest or not. That food or that calorie properly converted into the nourishment in your body or not, that based upon your Agni and your metabolism. And which thing is the best to increase your Agni? It is a Vyayama. It is an exercise. My sir, my guru always told me like that, no any appetizer or no any digestive medicine like as an exercise. Exercise is the best appetizer. Exercise is the best digestive thing, but the rule, how to do, when to do, and up to what limit we should do, that is the more important. So I give you one rule that we should perform up to when our sweating started, when our breath is fast. It's called Ardha Balat Vyayam, means we should perform the exercise up to our half energy. That is the main rules. Otherwise, the Vyayam exercise side effect also will come. Then come now the time for a bath. Now the time for a bathing. So then we all know what is the benefit of a bathing. Then this is the thing in Ayurveda that Tambul Sevanam means we have some betel leaves. You can chew. If you not get the betel leaves in your country, don't worry. Then you can chew something cardamom, some cinnamon, because it will gives your teeth very stronger, and even it's also make balance of. Even in our tradition or in my country, after lunch We are eating this as a mouth freshener. But why we eat it after lunch? Because after lunch, again, our just immediately after lunch, our kapha dosh going to raise very high. So to subside it, we have a tradition that we should eat this. That is a wonderful thing in Ayurveda, that how we can manage our stress. So for that, we should follow that all dharmic vritti, means some spiritual things, some religious things we should perform. That is why important, because to balance out our stress. In Ayurveda, we have a two very famous verses. Who are doing very, very high physical activity, like a labor or like a farmer, they no need any rules. No need to follow any Ayurveda rules. Second rules, if you have a stress in your mind, if you have a negativity in your mind, then if you eat simple rice, simple soup also, you are not able to digest it. Then nowadays, what we are doing with too much stress level, we are eating vitamin pills. We are eating so many chemicals. We are taking so many protein powders, but we are not working with our mind. Then you are just only taking it, but the nourishment not give you, not fulfill your body deficiency. So to manage our stress, it's very, very important. And how can we manage our stress? With lots of positivity in our mind, with lots of positive thoughts in our mind. So for that, Ayurveda gives some rules. If you follow it, you will be on the way of a positivity. Not any, I am not here talking about any particular god or any particular religion. So do, what is the first rule? That do a profession which is a noble, respected, beneficial to you and your. What they want to say here? Look, if someone doing a business of a drugs, or if someone doing a business of a alcohol, or someone doing a business of a smoke, then what happened? You are giving a unhealthy life. Who are going to consume your drugs, they may be get addicted, they may be get some side effects, they may be get some health issue. So it is not your noble profession. You are telling that I am not cheating anyone, whichever price for the drugs that I am taking, and I am giving exact quantity, quality to my customer. But it is not thing that you are not doing cheating into the business, so you are doing noble. Our profession also should be like that, that from our profession we can help anyone and we can not harm others. So that is the first rule. Spend time in a company of a good people, and be humble, charitable, enthusiastic, and perform some spiritual duties. Whatever meditation technique you like, at least do 10 minutes every day, at least. And avoid the dasvid papas, means it's like 10 sins, or you can say 10 commands also. Nah? So what is the like that all thing here, that telling the lies and hatred and jealousy, if you see each and every words, that all come negativity, which negativity in our mind we should avoid it. Another rules here is that take very, very digestible food and very light food according to your hunger. Never suppress your natural urges. That is the main rule. Means nowadays in the modern life of era, what we are doing, when, if look, sometimes I am hungry, but I am in the meeting, so I can't able to take my food. Sometime I want to go for urine, sometime I want go for the motion, but because of the circumstances, because of the some, I am in some company, so I am not able to take this food at that time, or I have to hold these urges. It is not good. It give you many, many disease. And try to sleep, keep your head in the east and south directions. In Ayurveda, about the qualities, Vata, Pitta, which qualities, you are with which qualities, the food is with which qualities. Likewise, they give you each and every directions qualities, guna also. So we should sleep under our head should be in the east side and in the south direction. It will help you a lot. Just try one. If you not get the sleep, just change your direction of the head. And at the sleeping time, what we should do? Recollect the events which all happening during the day. Thank to your God and nature, which is caring for you. Now we all facing the virus is coming, and the nature gives that virus. And if it's not care our nature, then we all are facing the difficulty. What will happen? That we all know. And okay, now why we should follow the daily routine here? What is the our modern life? How is impact in our this dosha imbalance? So in Ayurvedic terms, many aspects of a modern life they are vata-janic in nature. So which aspect? Constant movement, speed, change, mobility, computer games, electronics, mass media communications, that all we are doing too much work, just work and work and work. It all are increasing your vata. In the Facebook, in the all social media, what we are doing, we are meeting with the more people, we just engage our time there. So that all increasing your vata, changes the jobs, home, partners more frequently, that all are increase your vata. So what happened? We annually consume billions of dollars in what? Antidepressant medicine, other drugs, other substance. Why we need it? Because we are not feeling peace our inside. That's why we should make a harmony with the nature. And what is giving us a pitta imbalance? It is more cause also. I am just giving here some example. Pittas is too much competitive nowadays work, everyone wants to go ahead, so much jealousy in everyone, that is aggravate your pitta. Kapha, too much high calorie food, too much outside food, too much junk food, that all thing increase your kapha. And no, even sometimes some people do like that, they do lots of mental activity, but physical activity is zero. So this imbalance in our collective lifestyle contribute the high level of stress, disease in our body. So if you follow here, Lou, I put wonderful sentence. If you follow the Ayurveda routine, Ayurveda lifestyle, it's only take more 20 minutes of your life. But if even Ayurveda teach you wake up early in the morning, so already this time covers. So you don't have accept the mountains and go off-grid in under the except of their effect. Then no need to go for outing and mounting to refresh, to re-energize. You every day you feel like that. If you start your day like that, every day you feel with the very, very high energy, with happy mood, with enthusiastic thing, you feel very, very good. So however, that by following the principle of Ayurveda, you can enjoy all the benefits of a modern life and still have a natural balanced lifestyle no matter where you live. Ayurvedic lifestyle means having the clarity, energy to all your goals and still have the health and longevity to enjoy your success. That is the thing we needed. Now I want to show you the why we should follow, because look here what they written in the starting of the chapter of the daily routine. They written like that: Nityam prayujati swasthyam ena anuvartate Ajatam vikaranam anutpattikaram means who should regular take such type of activity, they can maintain of a good health and are capable preventing the attacks of a disease. It's not only prevention for corona, it's not only prevention for cancer, it's not only prevention for one disease, but prevention for the whole disease. You not get ill, you will not get any disease, you will not need any substance, you will not need any medication. That is the benefit of this daily lifestyle. Ajatanam vyakaranam anutpattikaram. Disease will not going to produce in your body. That is the main role. But when we get this type of effect, when we follow the all the daily routine, when, and then here I try to give some sequence. If you guys see in these pictures, first thing, wake up on time, then we do Anjana. I put some eyeliner, then with the brush your teeth and oil pulling. In the fourth image with the Nashya. Fifth image is the with Ayurveda smoking. Yes, that we remaining talk about. It's the Dhumpana. Dhumpana means not smoking, means not that marijuana smoking or any drug smoking, not a cigarette, but it's a herbal smoke inhalation. Actually, that all cigarette and all the tradition come from that Ayurveda only. Because every time we should balance our Vata, Pitta and Kapha, so we should inhale the herbal smoke. And here also they give a limitation. How they give a limitation? You have to take every time 3 puff only. 3 puff of the smoke, herbal smoke. And then that you should do 3 times. So 9 puff only. Even if you are addicted with the smoking, so if you are doing the 9 puff only, then it will not giving that much harm. Look here in the herbal smoke also they give limit 9 puff. Otherwise, if you do more, then it will give you some harm effect. And now you are not smoking the herbal one, but you are smoking the substance one. Then just imagine if more than 9 puff, how much give you has the side effect. Another rule they give for Ayurveda smoke is that we have to inhale with the nose and blow out with the mouth. Likewise, we have to do the smoking. In our addiction, how we are doing? We suck with the mouth and we exhale with the nose. It is a wrong way. If you do like that, it will harm your eyes, it harm your nose. So exact way, inhale with the nose and just blow out with the mouth. Then the picture is for, you are looking like that, it is for self massage. We are going to set each and every participant the self-care massage technique or how to fix the routine. Okay, Kike, just we will send to everyone, so they can try to do the self massage. It's not take more than 5-7 minutes, believe me. So then our massage time, then exercise time, then when our noon time come, we should eat our lunch. And before go to a sleep, we should do a prayer. If you guys do only 2 things now, fix your wake up time and sleeping time. Naturally, you can do a harmony with the nature and sun and moon cycle. That is the main rule. Okay, so if now any discussion here or any doubt, please everyone start your video. How we can wake up early in the morning or any question, we are open for the discussion. Yes, nice to see everyone. And from the tomorrow, we are going to run one forums in our Facebook page. I will send to you Kike also, and you can get in the Ayurveda Vija page also that we are doing 28 days challenge. Who are going to accept Ayurveda 28 days challenge? Please raise your hand. We will fix our routine. We will wake up early in the morning together. We discuss our difficulties. We discuss our energy level also. And we invite more and more people. Huh? We will fix our lunch time. We will fix our sleeping time. Everything together. Huh? Yes, yes. So every day, 2 minutes we are spending some talk, what we can do, what's the difficulty come, how we can overcome it. And every week we do 5 minutes video, or if possible, then do some discussion also. Huh? So KK, please make the challenge group. I think everyone raise the hand. Huh? If my
Yeah,
hour will come at early morning.
I have the video. I have the video.
So anyone has any question?
When
Yes.
you do the gargle with the oil, how long time
After brushing.
after brushing? But how long time?
Look, that is the limit is like that. When you do like that, and when you feel started to pain here, means you tired, or you started the watering your eyes, at that time you squeeze out. That is the normal ideally situation. But
Ah,
I advise my patients or the friends, do only 2-3 minutes, hold it and then squeeze out.
only holding or moving?
No moving.
Just holding.
Then squeeze out like that.
Not like this.
We are making that all Ayurveda day kit here, like in this box, small box. There we are giving, provide, that Nashya oil and that Anjana thing, everything. Even what PDF file we are going to share you, there no need to, buy from me or Kiki only, but you can share your own self also. So like in our bathroom we are making, we put our soap, we put our shampoo. Likewise, we put our Nashya oil, we will put our Anjana, we will put our oil for pulling, we will put our oil for massage. Talking it's take too much, but only 10-15 minutes it's needed. But believe me, it's give you so benefit. Even if you maybe anyone study the lifestyle of a successful person, like a Bill Gates and any one person you can who are high in spirituality or in their level the best, top businessmen, top actresses, top politicians, any one of you take, you just see their wake up time. They all are start their day early in the morning. They all just study that thing. Because every spiritual path or every meditation technique says that, even every yoga says that, if you meditate, if you yoga anything into the early morning time, it is the golden era time. Because at that time every spiritual person is meditating, every teacher is, every guru is in meditation, so you get whole energy in you. At that time universe is with golden era. Yes, KK. Anyone, any other questions?
Yes, I wanted to ask you a question about the timing because you
Yes.
say that, for example, if in Spain now the sunrise is at 8 o'clock, then we
Yes.
have adapt this 6 o'clock for the Kafa time to 8 o'clock, no? But what's happening in summer, for example, because here in summer, sunset is like 10:30, very late in the night, and sunrise is like 5:30, very early in the morning. So we have like, because then we have much less hours of day,
Yes. Yes.
very little of night.
Yes.
So how can we fix this time in
Look.
summer?
Yes. Yes. I got your point. That's why tomorrow we are taking the seasonal routine.
Ah, okay.
I talk about the daily routine. But if winter, how to spend your daily routine? In summer, how to spend your daily routine?
Mhm.
That we, that we discuss tomorrow.
Okay, because in India,
It's true. Then it's a true thing that in the summer you get lesser time for kapha and more time for vata and pitta. And that
in,
you see the grisma, that summer living thing. There you get many things which is balance your vata and pitta.
claro. And what's happening in the North Pole in summer that they have 6 months of daylight?
At that time, they have to spend their life like that because they live in that environment. So if look, if I live in Europe and then if I have a more winter time, so definitely I should follow the winter lifestyle. I cannot follow like India. We have a India in exactly three seasons, like 3 months or 4 months we have winter, 4 months summer, and 4 month rainy season. So here I am switching my lifestyle every 4 months, winter to summer, summer to rainy. But then if I come to Europe at your country, then I have a long winter, then I should follow the winter lifestyle. According to environment, we should change. Environment will not change by us. Huh?
Mm.
Understood or not?
Yes. Yeah,
It's not that everyone has to spend 4 months seasonal routine. No. In whichever country you live, in which environment you are living, according to that, we should set our lifestyle. That's why we simply, if you're not judged able to how to live in the winter, how to live in summer, how to live in rainy, just start your day with the sunrise and end up your day with the sunset. Means slowing down with the sunset. That is the common rule and easiest rule. And whichever place, if you come to India, then you should follow the Indian sunrise. India will sunrise and that time routine. If I come to Europe, then I should follow the routine of your country.
Speaking about their eyes routine as well, could you please explain a bit more in details, because what product we can use here in Europe to
Yes,
clean the eyes?
look, yes, it is a very simple thing. You can prepare because in Europe, I don't know you get very easily prepared thing or not, but what you can do at your home also very easily. How you can do it? You have to make one lamp, put some castor oil in it, or put some cow ghee in it, like clarified butter. Huh? And when the make lamp will, light on, at that time you cover it with some dots vessels. So
Okay. So castor oil, ghee, and what more? What else? And
No,
lemon.
I have only two. No, castor oil and ghee. I translate the name. Ghee means clarified butter. So
Yes.
only two things.
Only two.
And when some mess, after what happens, when you cover the vessel on the lamp, what happens? Some mess will collect onto the vessel. Black mess. You should collect it. And just a
Okay.
simple thing. Very simple. We are
Thank
doing
you
with
very much.
herbs also, Ayurveda herbs, but that you get find that it's difficult.
Okay.
If possible, in our challenge, we will share this video, who will wake up 7 days on time for that person only. Okay. Yes. Any other question? Look, here is the one rule. If I am since 10 years, wake up at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, very late. Then if what happened if the tomorrow, suddenly I started to wake up before sunrise, then what happened? What everyone facing any problem anytime? If they quit their biological clock and change sometimes or change their routine, we all feel some difficulty, na? If we if I usually sleep at 10 o'clock and because of some work or some parties or some things, I go to bed at 2 o'clock, very late, usual than my time, then what I feel, maybe it's not like everyone, but maybe I feel slightly headache in the next morning, or maybe feel uneasiness in the next morning. It will feel, na? So no one asked me that if I, since 10 years or since my childhood, I am waking up very late at 10 o'clock. And now you are telling me from the tomorrow you should wake up at the sunrise time. Then something will happen with me. I am not suitable with that. Then what to do? How can I set my body and mind, or how can set my biological clock according to that? So for that, in Ayurveda, they give you another rule. You should change your habit every day 1/4 time. Means if you are wake up at 10 o'clock usually, then from the next day you started to wake up 9:45. If you feel very comfortable, no any problem, no any lethargy or no any health issue come, next day 9:30. Then next day 9 o'clock. Likewise, slowly, we should reach up to the sunrise time. So even another benefits what come, it will not give you any hazard or difficulty, and even it will comes in your habit. Then it will, you are changing your own biological. That is the method. Every day we should quit 1/4 part of unhealthy routine, and every day we should adopt 1/4 part of a healthy routine. Getting my point, everyone? Okay, good. So today you all are on very special day. It's Ayurveda day. All over the world, everyone is celebrating. So today we all take one pledge. Huh? We all follow this Ayurveda routine as much as can possible. We invest our time in the Ayurveda routine. It's only take 10-15 minutes, but believe me, it's give you a wonderful and amazing effect. Maybe some of you facing some health issue, it will automatically resolve by this routine, and we will promote this routine. We will encourage the people to follow the Ayurveda routine. Why? If you don't want to take medicine, if you don't want any hormonal imbalance, if you don't want any major lifestyle disorder.
Hello, hola. Yes, I have a question because it's very interested for me. Like I love to sleep during the day. I cannot do it because I have a son now and work. But when I was teenagers and when I had chance, I like to sleep. And then I love to be awake during the night. I used to love reading the books during the night, listening to the music. So is that any, how is this influence, or where this has come from?
Look, yes, it's a very good questions, because look, the day sleep is increase your kapha and pitta.
Mm-hmm.
And who are tend to in the day sleep, they all have a, if you do this routine follow, for the 10 years or 20 years of the day sleep, then definitely you get some disorder like a diabetes or like a thyroid or whichever need obesity. But Ayurveda give again here one rule: who can allow to sleep in daytime? Who? In summer season.
Okay.
Already we discussed, na? It's a very short night. So you guys can able to sleep in summer, no problem. But it's not over, but not like a nap. And who are children, who are very old age, who are very weak, or who have a diarrhea kind of disease or any bleeding disorder, that type of a people can allow to sleep afternoon in a daytime. Another, if you are very late night work, sometimes, not every day, sometimes you have a very late night work, or you don't go sleep in early on your bed time, then however hours you awake, means if you regularly sleep at 10 o'clock and today you have some work or party, and because of that you go to on your bed at 1 o'clock, so you're late. So the next day you can allow to sleep half time, like 1.5 hours. Whichever sleep quota you remaining, you can cover with half time. If you 4 hours late, you can allow the on the next day 2 hours. Why? Because we need to balance the doshas. Because of the late night awaking, you increase your vata. So daytime, if you increase your slightly kapha with the nap, is it okay? But it's a half time. Even we advise this schedule to shifting duty persons, who have some job like that. One day they have a morning duty, one day they have a night duty. So how they can fix their routine? There we allow them, okay, whenever you have a night duty, next day you allow to sleep, but half time only, not like 6 hours, but 3 hours. and do more abhyanga and massage, oilation. Whenever you have a night duty, do some, drink some milk or kind of a oily thing during the night duty
Mhm.
to balance the vata. Likewise, you can allow to sleep day sleep, but not every day.
No, not every day. Thank you very much.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Any more question? Tomorrow I will sleep.
Tomorrow I'm waking at 6:30.
No, just joking. Usually I have no time. I did not usually sleep in the daytime.
Okay.
Hmm. Any more question? The Ayurveda daily routine is too much deep. That is the only brief. I give you some activity brief. That thing you have to perform. But according to your prakruti, according to your constitution season, we can choose the oil. We can choose massage oil. We can choose nasya oil. That's type of a difference variations. So many. But for that, you should consult some Ayurveda doctor and know your whichever best for your life. Okay. Any other question? Okay. I hope this day is very good day to start Ayurveda routine or some healthy routine. Not give any name Ayurveda. We don't want to give the name, but some healthy routine to improve our lifestyle. It's a very good day to start. So everyone at least adopt one routine, at least. Everyone decide according their desire. Maybe someone take today place to wake up early in the morning. Someone take no, I will do massage every day. Maybe someone decide I will do oil pulling every day. Someone decide no, I will put nasal drops every day. That thing is like that, if I offer you ice cream and I just saying you the words, that it is very tasty, very sweet, it's very yummy, but when you eat at that time only you can experience that taste. By my telling you can't experience the taste, you can know. So just experience the taste of Ayurveda. It will give you too much energy, and nowadays world needed. Okay, so Kiki, we should stop here.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, and please
Thank
make
you.
21
Thank
day
you.
Ayurveda challenge. Okay.
Espera. Well, so we see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think we will change for 7 in the evening.
Okay, no problem.
¿Vale? 7 in the Spanish time. And you are
Yes,
welcome. All of you are welcome with the same link.
Yes,
like
yes.
today you got.
Yes.
Tomorrow, 7 o'clock evening Spanish time. Okay?
And try to invite more and more people, because nowadays whole world is celebrating. So each and every vibrations is giving energy each and every people. Before that we decide so many times, no, I want to wake up early in the morning, I want to wake up early in the morning. But today, with each and everyone's energy, we can do it, we can able to do it.
I will go tonight at 10. I will start.
Sure. Okay. Sleep well, everyone.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Tomorrow we discuss more in the some night routine remaining and on seasonal routine. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, doctor.
Thank you.
Happy day.
Namaste.
Bueno, pues nada, chicos, hasta mañana los que vengáis. Espero que algo os haya quedado ahí un poquito. Para ellos es lo más importante, ¿no? De la Ayurveda, seguir esta rutina. Todo lo demás es teoría para aprender y medicinas para curar y para curar enfermos y tal, ¿no? Pero al final esto es lo que realmente nos sirve día a día. Es simple, tiene ahí luego sus cositas dependiendo para cada dosa, cada persona y todo, pero bueno, por lo menos yo por lo menos las pocas veces que lo he probado, a mi edad, las pocas veces que lo he probado, me ha funcionado siempre. O sea, la noche, aunque haya dormido poquitas horas, como me haya levantado antes del amanecer o justito, he tenido un día buenísimo. Y algunos días esta semana he hecho por lo menos lo de la nariz, y un poco el masaje, un poco de ejercicio y luego el baño, levantando pronto, y se nota, siempre se nota. Entonces imaginaros ir haciéndolo por lo menos semanas. Entonces lo que ellos siempre dicen con estas rutinas es que, claro, que ellos entienden que nuestra vida occidental, con todas las movidas que tenemos, pues que no es fácil siempre hacerlo, pero si en un mes que tiene 30 días lo hemos hecho 10 veces, pues es mejor que ninguna. Y de esas 10 veces hemos hecho la mitad, es mejor eso que nada. Entonces, bueno, ir intentando, pues si mañana os podéis levantar un poquitín más prontito, pues ya es un pequeño pasito. Si no tenéis las gotas especiales de Ayurveda, pues os ponéis en la nariz un poquitín de aceitito, una gotita de aceite, por ejemplo, de sésamo, y eso también funciona muy bien. Si no tenéis un aceite ayurvédico, con cualquier aceite de sésamo, incluso de oliva, así un masajito un poquito, y eso es simplemente os sentáis en el suelo y os vais dando por el cuerpo como hasta donde lleguéis. Un poquito, ¿no? La cabeza también con un aceite más de coco, la cara más de almendra o de sésamo y el cuerpo como más de sésamo. Pues eso, aunque sea 10 minutitos al día, se nota. Yo, por ejemplo, cuando lo he hecho estas últimas semanas, lo he hecho 3 días seguidos, pues se nota un montón yo me levanto normalmente un poco así cansado, porque me levanto en la hora CAFA, ¿no? Me levanto justo a la hora CAFA, como a las 10 o 9. Entonces, en cuanto hago el masaje ayurvédico, en vez de cansarme por hacer esos 20 minutos, te carga y sales súper fuerte. Entonces, si lo pruebas un día, pues vas a ver que te va bien, pero a lo mejor al día siguiente has tenido lío por la noche o tienes que madrugar, irte pitando, pues esos 2 días claramente no lo haces. Pero si hay otro día que lo puedes hacer, pues lo has hecho. A lo mejor te tienes que levantar pronto a las 8, pero si te levantas ese día a las 6:30, tienes incluso un poquitín de tiempo. Entonces, bueno, en eso consiste para ellos no agobiarse, no intentar mañana hacer todo a lo bestia porque ya lo sabemos y hay que hacerlo todo, porque enseguida, como no tenemos esa práctica, no lo vamos a hacer. Lo vamos a hacer 2 o 3 días ahí tensando, pero se nos va a ir enseguida, a no ser que te hicieras tú un ritual muy grande, una promesa o algo así, ¿no? Pero en general, como no te lo focalices muy fuerte, si empiezas fuerte, como con cualquier ejercicio, lo dejas pronto. Entonces ellos dicen, pues levántate un cuartito de hora, pues ponte, si te acuerdas ahí, zasca, te pones unas gotitas, o si no te da tiempo a darte el masaje, pues haces así 5 minutitos, así tu cabeza lo va recordando, vas memorizando un poquitín, oye, pues hay una rutina que si la hago, como cada vez te vas a sentir mejor, pues posiblemente en un mes la tengas más pillada. Entonces, como la hagas rutina para tu mente, aunque haya días que no puedas hacerla, pero por lo menos una pequeña rutina va a ser. Entonces, claro, como son 20 minutos, porque entre ponértelo a la nariz, 10 minutitos o 20 de masajito, bueno, a lo mejor ponle media horita, 3/4, pero como te estás levantando ya antes directamente, pues es un tiempo que ya tienes. Entonces, claro, yo cuando me he levantado a las 6:30 de la mañana para hacer esto, resulta que a las 7:30 de la mañana estaba ya preparado y tal, y ya llevaba 2 horas antes que cualquier otro día, y estaba ya con fuerza y todo. Entonces no es que te dé tiempo, es que te sobra tiempo. Cuando empiezas a hacer esta rutina, yo lo que he visto es que me sobra tiempo por la mañana para hacer más cosas y tal. Lo único que por la noche, cuando llegas a casa, pues te quedas más dormido, pues en vez de a las 2 de la mañana, que yo me suelo dormir, pues a las 10 de la mañana estás ya tal. Entonces, bueno, no tienes esas horas de sueño que a Beata le encantan. A mí también, yo era buen nocturno, leer, música, irme, me escapaba de las habitaciones, me iba de donde fuera, con tal de estar toda la noche. Y en cuanto venía el sol, al revés, o sea, mejor. Entonces, bueno, pues ahora ya sabiéndolo y ya, como dicen los mayores, a ciertas edades, pues bueno, conviene un poquito ir dándole ahí un poquito. Pues nada, muchísimas gracias.
Gracias. Muy bien.
Está guay ahí vernos unos poquitos. Y nada, como he dicho yo, mira, me lo voy a poner de excusa, ya que es el Día Internacional de la Ayurveda y el pesado de la OMS se le ha ocurrido hablar bien de la Ayurveda y felicitarlo y todo eso, pues oye, encantadísimos. Y voy a empezar, pues me voy a acostar en 1 hora. ¡Hala! Mañana, pues como me acostaré pronto, mañana a las 7 de la mañana estaré como un búho, entonces ya sin querer ya voy haciendo Me levanto por la mañana y digo, ¿qué voy a hacer tan pronto que no es de día? Pues me voy a lavar los dientes y me voy a masajear, pues no tengo otra cosa que hacer. Y así a lo tonto, pues caes ahí y hasta los 100, así en la vida. Bueno, pues nada.
Muchas gracias.
Hugo, un placer.
La vida.
Nos veremos.